What's going on, guys? Satsuki the Savage here, and today I'm going to be giving my first impressions of My Dress Up Darling. Now, I first read this maybe a month ago, and it's one of those manga that right now it only has 31 chapters, so it's really under the radar. I don't even remember how I found out about it. It may have been like a post on Twitter or something like that, but I want to get in the habit of talking about series that aren't necessarily on the map yet. All right, so we have My Dress Up Darling, which first started publishing early last year, January last year. All right, and I thought it was a pretty cool series. Like I said, it was only 31 chapters, so if you do end up being interested in it, short read, not really much to get through. But let's start talking about it. Sono Bisuke Doll wa Koi wo Suru, or simply My Dress Up Darling, written by Shinichi Fukuda, is a series about Wakana Gojo, a 15-year-old high schooler who has a very peculiar hobby. Gojo likes to make Hina dolls, but is embarrassed by his passion until our main heroine, Maureen Kitagawa, steps into the picture. These two both share odd interests, which leads to them bonding. My Dress Up Darling is your typical slice of life series with a different spin on it. The quote-unquote spin is that Gojo is into some weird activities, that being doll making. Despite this fact, I don't see My Dress Up Darling being super original. At its core, it still follows the formula of an outcast male MC being brought out of his shell by the female MC. With My Dress Up Darling, you're getting the quintessential slice of life series. You'll see Gojo and Maureen living out their boring day-to-day lives with some clothes and doll making inserted in. Even so, in a series such as this, the plot is sort of an afterthought because the onus of the quality is usually put on the backs of the characters. Talking about Gojo first, he is the most normal guy ever. In this sense, Gojo is relatable, and I personally can empathize with him and his struggle. I have a secret to tell y'all. I like anime and manga. I know, and I'm sorry I've been hiding this, but the relevance of this revelation is that most anime and manga fans can understand being ostracized because of their likes. Currently, the culture of anime and manga in the States has steadily shed the weird label that outsiders would give, but when I was growing up, this wasn't the case. In the same way Gojo feels afraid of truly expressing his love for doll making, I have felt the need to repress my love for anime and manga in the past, so I, and I'm sure others, can understand Gojo's plight. In addition, Gojo's insecurity is a cause for his recluse personality. He doesn't have any friends, and he's socially awkward. The only time you see a different side of Gojo is when he's doing what he enjoys. In that moment, Gojo is a lot more cheerful and willing to talk. Consistently though, Gojo is good-natured with a big heart, so in spite of his flaws and his strange hobby, he's a decent dude. Maureen, on the other hand, is the antithesis of Gojo. Maureen can talk to anyone with no trouble, she's the center of attention, and above all else, she is super self-confident. Insecure is not an adjective that can describe Maureen. She is brazen about her interests and will turn on anyone who dares to make fun of them. As far as I'm concerned, Maureen is the draw, she's the lure, she is the star of this series. From the moment she was introduced, I knew she would be my favorite character, and so far, she has yet to disappoint. I love Maureen because she oozes charisma, and the way she wears her heart on her sleeve is inspirational. Maureen rocks the gyaru look, donning an unbuttoned shirt, bright hair, and fashion accessories upon fashion accessories, and this speaks to a colorful personality. Maureen's look also does well to disguise her inner otaku, which is one of the hobbies that linked her and Gojo in the first place. As far as motivation goes, Maureen just wants to cosplay, and it just so happens that Gojo is the man she must seek if she wants to achieve this. In terms of character dynamics, I think Gojo and Maureen will both positively affect each other, although it's sort of lopsided. Maureen is the person that will make Gojo be more open with his passion, while Gojo will be the one to teach Maureen the intricacies of clothes making. Overall, I think Maureen will stay more or less the same character, and Gojo will change for the better. Surprisingly, with a series like this, there should exist some overarching conflict by now, but it hasn't appeared yet. My Dress Up Darling is hinting at romance, and so far, there hasn't been anything impeding the relationship of Maureen and Gojo. They both seem like they like each other, there are no parents to object, and there aren't any love rivals, so this series is oddly devoid of drama. Now, while I can sit back and enjoy a wholesome romance with no real conflict, I don't see this series having longevity because you can only go so far with this series as currently structured. It's only a matter of time before My Dress Up Darling gets stale if it continues to only offer the ship teasing between Gojo and Maureen with no spice. The art, as you can already tell, is very good, and when we get those double spreads of Maureen cosplaying, the art really stands out. The only complaint I have is Gojo's boring design, but that's probably intentional given his character. My Dress Up Darling is riddled with fan service as well, which may be good or bad depending on who you are. The fan service doesn't do much to alter my enjoyment since it doesn't affect the tone of the series, so it's cool with me. I also have to take the time to give the series credit for the research that goes into the cosplaying scenes. My Dress Up Darling actually details how the makeup and clothes making process works, so it's refreshing to see a manga try to educate you on this content, a la Food Wars. So guys, that pretty much wraps up everything. Let me know if you're interested in this manga, or if you're just like, hell nah, this doesn't look like it's for me, or if you actually already started reading it, let me know how you feel about it so far. But guys, that's pretty much it for the video. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe. Satsuki the Savage, out.